What's up, everybody? It's your man right here, the one and only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, one of the original Road Warlords. As always, bring you the knowledge and dropping the science in this industry of what we call trucking. Okay, doing this particular video because this is another rip-off place right here. So let me explain what happened. Well, this is the facility, Truck and Trailer Repair Center, 1201 68th Street, Rosedale, Maryland. This over here in the Baltimore area. All right, what had happened was, well, first let me show you the bill. Okay, I had to get a EGR actuator. I had to get the gasket, the core. I asked, okay, he got an element fuel water separator, which I just asked for a filter. I just asked for a coolant filter and stuff. Antifreeze, clear codes, shop supplies, labor charges. And you can see, all right, I needed 12 gallons of Freon, and they charged me 8 hours and stuff, right? So we come over here, we can see where the actuator cost $1,362.23. Taxes $35.99. The core, okay, oh wait a minute, the gasket is the gaskets was $35.99. The core was $400, right? Then he charged $78 for the fuel water separator, which I didn't need. I just need the filter. Let's see, antifreeze and stuff. I needed 12. Let's see, I needed 12 gallons of that. They charged $18.99. Clear the codes out, $125, which I didn't need. Shop supplies, that's miscellaneous, so that's $85. Then labor charges were 8 hours, right? He charged 8 hours and stuff, which came to $840, right? Then the taxes was 6%, which gave me a grand total of $3,307.28. All right. Now let's go into it. Okay. The EGR actuator. The EGR actuator for a Freightliner Cascadia is about $1,200, right? And the core is $200. The core is $200, which if you bring in the core and stuff, it bring you somewhere around $1,067, right? Okay. He charged $1,326. All right. Then they said that he said that they wasn't accepting the core. He said he bought the part from Freightliner. The core was $400. The core was $400, and that Freightliner wasn't accepting the core. So what I asked him was something very simple. I said, if the EGR actuator was that amount and they didn't accept the core, then show me the invoice that you got from Freightliner where you purchased the EGR actuator. Right? Because if they don't accept the core, then they're going to put it up there on the invoice. If you can show me that, then I'll gladly pay this. Right? So what I had to do, I had to call Freightliner myself, explain to them what was going on. I told them the company, Truck and Trailer Repair Center, out of Rosedale, Maryland. They told me nobody went into the facility to buy the actuator. Nobody came from nobody came from over there to buy the actuator or put in the order. None of that stuff there. They said number two, our actuators are not that high. They're not $1,326. They are 12. They're 12 with tax. And the core is only $200. Right? So again, I asked these guys, show me the invoice where you actually paid this amount for the part, and that they were not going to give you credit for they won't give you credit for the core. They couldn't produce it. All right. So then, all right. So that was the thing I was disputing there and stuff. Everything else I didn't dispute. When the mechanic came in there, he said that it took him 8 hours to do. Now I wasn't even disputing it because I said, well, all right, being that you had to go get the part and all this other stuff, I said that I don't have a problem with that. You had to go over here on the other side of Maryland to get it, and then come back over here, right? So it's an hour there, it's an hour back, and then, whatever you charge and stuff to put on the actuator, which it really didn't take that long. It really doesn't take that long. It takes an hour to take the parts off, another hour to put it back on. If anything else and stuff, if anything is slow, it's draining the coolant and stuff like that. But I said I wasn't going to complain about it, being the fact that he had to go get the part, he had to go bring it back, right? But he was saying it took him 8 hours to do this stuff. Then he complained that he had to work through his lunch break in order to get the part put on. Now, he didn't have, it's not too difficult of a part. The actuator, what you're doing is that you're taking off, especially with the Freightliner Cascadians, they have, you're taking off the old actuator and you're putting a new one on, right? It's a couple screws, you take off 2 hoses and stuff, that's done. So I said, all right, I tell you what then. Let's look at what Freightliner charges, right? Let's look at what Freightliner charges and stuff like that, and we'll see, that's going straight from the manufacturer. They didn't want to do it, right? Because I said, there's no way in the world I'm going to sit there and pay this right here. This is absolutely insane for an actuator. That's absolutely insane. All right, so, here's another thing and stuff about professionalism and stuff. Now, this is what I actually wound up paying. $2,800. Now, the reason why I paid $2,800 is because I wanted to go ahead and just get my truck on out of here and stuff, and that was that. I ain't want to do no more fussing and arguing stuff with these guys, right? Now, a business will never negotiate a repair bill. Never. They will never do it. You can't go to Freightliner. You can't go to Freightliner and negotiate anything and stuff like that. They give you an estimate and tell you what you're up against, and then you sign off for the repair and say, yeah, I'm going to do it. No, I ain't going to do it. Always go to Freightliner. If this is the tactics and stuff of what these guys are doing, then it's just best to go to the manufacturer, because you are not going to pay this amount for something as simple as an EGR actuator. All right. It's not that hard to get. It's not that hard to get to, especially on the Detroit. It sits right above the turbo. The only thing you're doing is just taking off 2 hoses. You're taking off 2 hoses and a couple bolts. That's it. That's all you're doing and stuff. And then you're unplugging the system. Oh, something else I wanted to talk about and stuff was, they charge $125 to clear the codes out. Anybody that knows, that have a Freightliner Cascadia, knows that you cannot clear any kind of code out. You cannot clear out any kind of code on the Detroit mode and stuff unless you have the Detroit software. That's the only way. Anything else is just a flash drive. Now, I never had a code to start with. My codes were very simple. Is that when it ran low on coolant, it gave the the check engine light and the engine stop light. And once you put the coolant up there once you put the coolant up to where the sensor is satisfied, it clears itself out. So you won't have any codes, which means that you don't have to worry about the truck shutting off or derating. He claimed he cleared the codes out and stuff, which he didn't do because he doesn't have the software to do it. All right. So anyway, this is what I'm stuck with. I told him, after negotiating with the guy and stuff, he takes it to his boss. He come back. He said, okay, all right, $3,000. I said, no, I'm not paying $3,000. I said, I tell you what, I'll pay $2,800 and get out of you guys' face and stuff, which I say again, it's way too marked up. It's way too marked up and stuff. But see, this is what happened when you go to third parties and stuff. This is the reason why people don't want to go to third parties. This is the reason why you guys you're going to have your doors closed very soon, very shortly. Why it's just best to go to the manufacturer, because if anything happens, right? If anything happens, at least you can take your stuff back to Freightliner and you can get it fixed. My truck, when I had a couple months ago, when I had that $8,000 repair bill, the truck broke down 6 more other times. It didn't break down. It just, I kept getting the check engine light. Oh, hold on. I kept getting the check engine light, and I took it in there and stuff, and they jumped right on it. They jumped on it every single time and stuff. The warranty is on for a year, so it's good to go. Like I said, I don't have anything to verify that I bought that EGR actuator from Freightliner, other than what they have. right? So I'm just pretty much taking a chance and hoping that this thing holds up and stuff, right? So, you know, I'm set back this much right here. I got to get the money put back. You know, it is what it is and stuff. But lesson learned. I spoke with Freightliner. I didn't go in there and stuff because they were saying that, you know, it's a day to 2 day wait. You know, and it sucks when it sucks when your truck is going through, you know, when it's got to get fixed and stuff, man. You're trying to say, well, you know, I want to get my stuff fixed as quick as possible and stuff, you know, to get back out here. But, you know, it is what it is and stuff. And so, you know, that's that. But like I said, this is what I wind up paying. I'm out of here and stuff. But, you know, for the most part, stay away from these guys here and stuff, man. You know, if you ain't got to come over here, don't. You know, and that's all I can say about that and stuff, man. You know, the facility is right behind me. Like I said, this thing really upset me to a point where I had to go ahead and post this video up and stuff. But for the most part, that's that. Still got more videos to come. I'm just about done with everything and stuff on my truck to reveal my 1 year, you know, my 1 year update and stuff with the truck that I have from Lone Mountain. So till next time, this man right here, the one and only, that beautiful Rhode Island Red Rooster, telling you as always, continue to do your research, fact finding studies, hardest on your skills every day. Till next time we talk, next time we meet, be safe, be easy, and peace out.